What up, homies? It's your boy, Hash Info. On today's episode, we will be discussing the art of sabotage and how Google has mastered that through publisher platforms. They actually claim there's an algorithm, but you can clearly see there isn't. As when was the last time you had a viral video? Unless you're talking about going to become a transgender, YouTube won't push your content to the top. So who's allowing transgender content to be pushed to the top so purposefully? Transgender content is so hot on YouTube. So is furries. And I find out furries is about bestiality. So I mean, you can't make this up, guys, but the next one that comes around the corner is maps. And if you Google the sick term for maps, you'll see, I guarantee you right now that there are people on YouTube who say they are maps. I guarantee you. They need to go to jail right now. And if Google or YouTube has been paying anybody who uses that term, they are promoting pedophilia. Maps is about people who are for doing things to underage people or very extremely young young people. I can't even begin to tell you how creepy. I started researching things. The internet is so creepy, you guys. So they have been planning this for a very long time. Do you know in the UK there are a bunch of old men who are politicians and they want to see the age of consent reduced to 12 years old? There are politicians in the UK who have been trying for 10 to 20 years to reduce the age of consent to 12. And this is in England. This is in where England is supposed to be this place where they're so proper and so etiquette and this and they in their parliament they have been trying. Look, I'll Google it and I can post. I can show you a snippet from the parliament in England having a debate about lowering the age of consent to 12 years old. So if you have any transgender children or anything like that, or if your children are considering to become transgender, just know that in the States, Trump has already declared there are only two sexes, and whatever you're born as, you can't walk into a washroom if you've had a sex change, all right? So you look really weird if you walk into if you've had a sex change and you started out life as a man and you enter a women's bathroom and you're doing things in there, right? Like, I don't know, whatever, you're sitting, standing, or you sideways on the thing, or I don't even know, are there urinals in a women's bathroom? Like, I have never been in a women's bathroom. What gives you the right to think that you were born as a man and now you can walk in there? I'm going to be real with you. I'm a very, very tough, very, very strong man. If I want to win a gold medal, all I have to do is try out for women's boxing, right? And I can win a gold medal, get a $1 million deal with Kellogg's or some cereal company because I am knocking the block off of grown women in a boxing ring. Now that's despicable and disgusting. Um, to the men out there who aren't men, who decide that obviously they aren't men, and they want to have a sex change to a woman, and you then go and play sports against those women, fuck, are you a loser, bro? You're a loser. Your genetics are totally 100% different. Like, your muscle mass can't be changed over to female. Do you how inept are people? Really, truly, right? So you see all these people running around, oh, I want a sex change. Oh, I want a sex change. They get 1 million subscribers on YouTube overnight, right? The Liberal Party of Canada, right now in Canada, They have a bunch of courses you can take if you're interested in changing your sexual orientation right now. There are courses. Like you go to school for math, they have courses to become a transgender. Like, you can't make this shit up. So yeah, if anybody out there is interested in completely some backwards lifestyle, all you got to do is think about becoming part of the Liberal Party. Because since the Liberal Party took office, Canada has gone completely in a reverse direction. We went from being a really happy nation, which is something I know they won't report on, but I know Canadians are very, very unhappy in general. And it's completely the fault of the government of the Liberal Party of Canada. They ruined Canadians' happiness, and it is a huge deal. Canadians were some of the happiest people on the face of the earth, and now you've made us into monsters, you know? Canadians don't care about nothing government, and we never will again. Canadians are very unhappy the way you treated us here in Canada. We tried to have a fucking peace rally, and you fucking forced 4,000 cops on us, beating us down with batons and trampling us with horses. Fucking losers. You stole our gas cans. You had fucking Canadian cops walking around stealing our gas cans in the middle of fucking winter as we ran our vehicles in the snowbanks. Fucking losers. I will never forget what all the fucking people in Canada were going through, and you allowed. They forced, actually, those cops to do their bidding, right? So the Liberal government failed Canada hand over fucking fist 10 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, there was Canadians ready to fucking move out of Canada. The only reason we stayed is because Canada is so broke now. We're fucking stuck here. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, if you vote for the Liberal Party, or if the Liberal Party wins, I can guarantee you all of Canada will not pay taxes. You will not receive any more taxes if the Liberal Party wins. I can guarantee that's what's going to happen. The Canadians aren't strong enough to fight back. They're not. Most of them are pussies. But one thing we can all get together and agree on is you guys aren't getting our fucking money anymore. If you want to fucking use our money against us this badly, you just won't get any of it. And you think I'm playing, wait and see. And it's a huge talk all around Canada from like, well, I'm not going to say from which groups, but the groups that protect you don't want to pay taxes. They're going to be the first ones on the board to not fucking pay taxes. They're going to first ones to say, we won't pay taxes. And then watch everybody else follow suit. You can't stop us now. So every time that they think, again, there's people out there who run the world, right? And Canada is a stepping stone, right? Once they take North America, then they can control the food industry, minerals, right? They can control clean water. So they can't take Canada, and the world needs to help us out. Because once they take Canada, they're coming for you guys next. So there are a lot of good people out there that understand what's going on, but again, we're not the billionaires, right? And $1 billion isn't nothing. I know there's a lot of people out there that would love $1 billion. It's nothing. You need $1 trillion to be anything in this world. And one is still, it's kind of like a bucket with a 10% in it. You know what I mean? You need $10 billion to get shit done in this world. You need $10 trillion to get shit done in this world. That's 1,000 billion gets you 1 trillion. So you need 10 piles of 1,000 billion dollars. That's 10 trillion. I know there's a lot of muppets out there. I'll do math for you. Complete giblets. That's the simple. I could do that math when I was 7, 8 years old. I could do that simple shit math. To everybody watching this, just remember, if you vote Liberal, you are the problem, right? If you are a Liberal, you are going to jail, most likely. Within 10 years, all the people who are involved in this, and I say involved, will be in a cage. Jail. I can promise you. The same way you've been pressured into doing their bidding, far worse pressure will be applied soon enough when you're in a cage, somewhere where they can't touch you, somewhere where only good men can record and access the information you speak, and then we'll tell the world what they made you do, who made you do it, and what else they wanted you to do next. See, we know they can't tell you guys everything all at once. You guys have playbooks, signals are given, all this, the creepiest stuff goes on in the world, and it doesn't even make sense anymore. Most people don't even get the playbook, so they have to stop doing it. I'm telling you, there's evil people out there who wish to enslave your country. So you can't let it happen. Every country in the world has saboteurs within it. And it's up to good men and women to do the research to find the right people and put them in cages. Jail them. Bring them to justice. Let justice be served. And long live your country's sovereignties. Countries must be run by the people, not by the corporations who have the most money inside of your country. This is highly illegal. So church and state can never have a conversation. I don't agree with church and state because look how many religions there are. If you have 900 religions in your country, right? That number one is what they want. They want division. They want to separate you, right? So they have a Orthodox, a Catholic, a Lutheran, a Christian, a Mormon. You guys are Muppets, and it's right in front of you to see. They're like, we gave you guys so many choices. Why the fuck haven't you joined one of our cults yet? I mean, one of those different things I said yet. You're Muppets. And here's an even bigger part. You see through it and you allow your children to go, you're the devil. If you saw through it, you no longer go because it's fucking lame and really fucking lame and super lame. And you don't go because you're not lame. You let your kids be lame. You let your kids be lame. You look like everyone walks around and knows that person is this or that, and it's right on their forehead. It's an invisible big piece of scotch of tape that goes across their head in black marker. You write the name of their religion on it. It's invisible, but that's what you see. Every second you look at that person, you see a Muppet who follows this belief, right? Who with only 100-year-old book. Sad fucking Muppets is what you are. And worse, some of you, like I said, if it's like you can tell your kid, you can tell your daughter she's fat, but you don't tell your son he's a freak, right? Think about it. Think about how fucked up you are that you act that way. It pisses me off, man. It pisses me off to see how pathetically men are pigs, number one. So they'll only look at someone sexually, and men have always been that way. The same thing you do now, you did in high school. You did in elementary school. You were a pig, and you acted horrible towards women. You treated them like a sexual object. Not all of you. The ones who still do it now. If you buy hookers, you were a filthy pig in high school or elementary school. Period. Those are instilled values from most definitely your father, your uncle, your father, some piggish, your grandfather. You had some pig in your life. But yeah, I know because I've seen it. I've seen the pig grandfather. I've seen the pig grandson. I've seen them. It's weird, man. It's fucking weird. Women are to be respected. Men are to be respected, right? So, but do you act like a man? You know what the definition of a man is? Then you clearly aren't a man, right? I said men and women get respect. Do you know how a woman acts? Very, very polite, peaceful, strong, good natured, doesn't comment about your weight or how you're, something on your face or this or that. It sticks to their own fucking lane. That's a woman. You can have the creepiest old women or young, you can get some really stuck up bitches too who they'll say mean things to you at Christmas parties or something like that out of the blue. No need for it, but they're gonna let you have it, right? And it's a two-way street. There's wicked loser dudes out there, young and old, ruining Christmas parties too. So I'm telling you straight up, there's a lot of people who are, they've done a lot of weird stuff and they don't take responsibility for their actions, right? You're not admitting, hey, you know what? I completely was a goof.
See, the problem with being a liberal or anything like that isn't that you're a liberal. It's that the Liberal Party doesn't stand for Canadians, and the proof is in, their track record is in, and their economic, ability to handle funds is in, and it's all very, 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 very bad. And that means liberals can't be trusted. Why did we vote liberal? Because we couldn't trust the Conservative Party. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it just goes back and forth, back and forth. Every 4 years, they know they're going to put the other one in power if they can prove enough dirt on this party. Do you get what I just said? And this is politics, right? But here's the thing. Insider trading works like this. To have somebody on the inside and then like when you do business in another country, you want to make sure you have the right, you can get federally funding, number one. You can get a tax break. If it's looked at, if it's mentioned, right? So the only reason half of this stuff, at least half of this stuff comes up or that they give it is because a lobbyist for another country being paid for has come in and decided to create what I said before, tax breaks for Manitoba, tax breaks for Winnipeg if they spend or build $500 million electric battery plant. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is happening though. So it's not just, I'm not here, but like in the world, this happens. Right now, today, something is going to happen exactly like I just said. But it's a backdoor deal done by one rich person who owns a company, has decided this is the way we're going to manipulate and enter this country. Instead of just going through the hoops and going through this is how we're going to do it. They do it all wrong. They do it all the way it's illegal. Literally illegal. So before you think that it's okay to vote for these people or these people, understand that they're all really the same thing, right? They just haven't screwed you yet. And I've been around long enough to see both sides have screwed me. There's actually 3 sides. There's actually 4 sides if you count the Green Party that are fairly big, but the Green Party barely gets it doesn't even clear 6 or 7% of the popular vote. So we're looking at, you got the Orange Party, the Blue Party, and the Red Party, and these goofs wear ties. They'll put a liar's suit on, right? Anybody that has a suit and wakes up and goes to work in the morning in a suit is a liar and a cheat. And an absolute puss. Number one. An absolute puss. Those are the people who have ruined your countries worldwide. They have overtaxed you while their huge paychecks are taxed the least. And it makes no sense. That, even when you say it, it makes no sense. This has happened. So, folks, every time the world wakes up, a sour, poor business deal is done behind your back for them to profit somewhere in the world. But we're talking on a billions and billions of dollars. Think about that. Does it make you mad? Does it make you mad knowing they're just profiting hand over fist and you don't have money for plant-based yogurt today?
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with everything. YouTube has some really weird policies, like allowing the furry thing. I don't know how that's allowed. There's no way they don't know because Google wrote the review. I mean, Google says what a furry is. It's bad. And also, furries is very, very, very much directed towards children, right? It's a play. It looks playful, but when you find out its hidden meaning, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? So now that everybody knows, right, how disgusting, they're pumping the tires of people's channels to create this buzz, right? This is what Elon Musk was talking about. Elon Musk was the one that said this. He says, I'm doing this for my kids. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Overnight, something bad happened to the world. And the only explanation is the internet. Like, what source were they using? The number one source. What was it providing? What I'm telling you. All the governments of the world have to get involved now. Probably take over and dismantle it. It's harming our children, right? Think about that.